And we welcome Chris back with us a little early tonight because in addition to your weather duties, you've got a pretty cool story.
Yeah, actually, Casey, you know, this coming Wednesday is a major milestone in the United States. It's the 100th anniversary of the passing of the 19th Amendment and its adoption into the Constitution. And that, of course, gave women the right to vote. And there's an amazing exhibit on a local suffragist at the Western Heritage Center. And I just had a great time going and learning all about Hazel Hhunkins. So check this out. I hope you guys enjoy it. Even if you've lived in Billings your whole life, you've probably never heard the name Hazel Hhunkins before. So, who was she?
Hazel Hhunkins is a Billings native. She graduated Billings High School in 1908. And after being denied employment because of her gender, she ends up joining the National Women's Party and becoming Alice Paul's right-hand woman.
Alice Paul was a major leader in the fight for women's voting rights, and Hazel was with her through much of the struggle.
You know, we say all the time that women were granted the right to vote. They weren't granted anything. They fought for this.
And sometimes they fought without saying a word, peacefully protesting.
Hazel was a member of the Silent Sentinels, which was the very first group ever to picket the White House. So one of the things I say is that a lot of the protests and the things that we see today, they have their roots with Hazel and the other women of the National Women's Party. And all they did was stand in front of the White House with their banners. You know, Mr. President, how long must women wait for liberty? They make themselves impossible to ignore. Wilson cannot step outside of the White House without seeing the Silent Sentinels outside his front lawn.
Their hard work in protesting paid off. On August 26th, the 19th Amendment was officially adopted into the U.S. Constitution, giving women the right to vote. And in honor of this, the Western Heritage Center currently has two different exhibits where Hazel is highlighted.
The first exhibit we're actually standing in, it's called Saints and Sinners, and it highlights 10 women in regional history who rejected what society expected of them and really created their own boundaries. They lived their own life on their terms. The second exhibit is actually only up through the end of August, and it is only about Hazel. And we highlight her life and her activities, and we really focus in on who she was and why her work is so important.
Important work from the past that's not forgotten today. It's such a great story, and that Hazel exhibit is going to be a traveling exhibit as well.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, and I hope it shows up at her old alma mater. I think that'd be great. Yeah. And then the Western Heritage Center staff on Wednesday, they're actually going to take flowers to Hazel's grave. She's buried locally here in Billings.
An absolute true pioneer. For more information, you can visit their website at ywhc.org or find this story at ktvq.com.